From time to time, opportunities throw themselves in our path, and we have to reassess the direction we want to take. Do we continue with what we've been doing, or do we push through the unknown and embrace challenges that might bring more meaning in the long run? My friend, it's time I share the next chapter of my growth journey with you. Over the past few months, I've been reflecting deeply on how to take Chicquette to the next level in a way that feels more meaningful for both of us. Chicquette started as my creative outlet to share with you my love for dressing with femininity, and I want you to know that looking polished and put together is something I've been having fun with for decades. Long before YouTube, it's not just for the camera. And it is still something that I will continue to enjoy. Deep down, my passion for fashion is what keeps me going. For a while now, I've been searching for more meaning in my content, and I finally found it. That realization hit me back in June after I attended a YouTube event and connected with other fashion and beauty creators. I've come to realize that my goal for Chicquette goes beyond just sharing products, even though they're a big part of creating videos. I don't want them to be the main focus of the value that I offer you. While I love sharing recommendations, I can't keep up with a constant stream of new pieces, whether I buy them myself or even through partnerships. I simply don't have the physical and mental space, and I don't want to push that pace on you either. Sometimes, knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. It became clear to me that I don't want Chicquette to turn into a sales-driven QVC-style channel. After spending time reflecting and thinking long and hard about where to take things next, I've gained a clear vision and purpose, and now I'm excited to move forward. Behind the scenes, I've always been a doer and a go-getter. I've spent years working on improving myself in every area. Looking back, I realized the timing was quite significant. It came after I had my last child and was ready to focus on my body and mental health. I was stepping into a new identity as a mom of 3 while pursuing my career and working towards personal goals that would fulfill me and set a strong example for my children. It all started in 2019 with intermittent fasting when I was trying to get my body back in shape. That boosted my confidence and helped me challenge and overcome beliefs that had held me back for so long. That journey sparked a chain reaction of growth in so many other areas of my life. And this effect is quite common in people. Once you start improving one aspect of your life, it extends to other areas as well. Over the span of 2 years, I started reading more, focusing on my career growth in the corporate world, and exercising daily. I thought if I'm capable of fasting for 19 hours or wake up at 5 a.m. in the dark of the winter while snowing outside and drive to my gym to swim for 30 minutes in the cold water, then what else can I do that I never thought possible? The choice is simple, really. If we want different results, we need to change something. This leads to a shift in behavior. What am I doing that needs to be done differently? But before that, it starts with questioning beliefs. What belief do I have that might be wrong and is holding me back from becoming a better version of myself? Now, coincidentally, or maybe not, this spring I met some of the women that I've admired for years, women of high value. I work with some of them and I watched them lead a multi-billion-dollar company. To me, a woman of high value is someone who prioritizes herself from every aspect, and I've been seeing this firsthand. It's about being a woman who prioritizes her wellness and takes charge of her own success. Looks are important and will always be important to maintain a pleasing visual aesthetic, regardless of what age we have. But what I found is that with time, we need to rely less and less on our looks and more on our skills, our internal values that we build up over years. The upside of it is that we don't need to worry so much about wrinkles and how much our bodies have changed since we were 25, because our careers, skills, and own wealth will lead the way. Successful women stay in shape, look great, dress well, but looks are not their number one forte. It's wit and skills, how they communicate, negotiate, and lead. It's about what they say that becomes more important than how young they look or what they wear. And speaking of success, all of us are capable of one-time wins, but to maintain success across a multitude of areas, I see it as a lifelong journey, a way of living. We can feel confident, dress beautifully, carry ourselves with poise, keep learning, become financially independent, pursue entrepreneurship or creative hobbies, nurture loving relationships, and still find time to take care of our health. You might be wondering why it's important to be good at many things. Well, the things that I've mentioned are major areas of our lives that a woman of high value does not ignore or let others take full charge of. Work-life balance seems like a never-ending juggling act, and it does have fun bits if you approach it that way. It's not about being perfect, it's about making small, consistent progress. No one is perfect all the time, and it's important to not put pressure on yourself to be everything for everyone. Part of this journey is forgiving yourself and recognizing where you're mostly needed. True value starts within by doing the work, setting boundaries and standards, and living by them. Successful people, both men and women, tend to excel in many areas of life at once. It's not about chasing an impossible standard, but rejecting the idea that we can only be good at one thing. For me, it's about succeeding in the areas I choose to focus on, not everything, but the key aspects, both personally and professionally. I'm excited to share my experiences and build more content around these topics of successful women, high-value women. My goal is to create a small community of women who support each other on this journey because so many of us feel isolated or on a different path from the people around us. I want to be your champion, standing in your corner and cheering you on. That's why I've started a weekly newsletter on my website, womenofhighvalue.com. I'd love for you to join me there. If not, I will continue to make videos here, so do subscribe if you haven't already. I believe I have a unique perspective that isn't represented much online. We've all heard about high-value women, but the focus is often just on being elegant and well-mannered. It's so much more than that. My expertise combines fashion, personal finance, career development, and the perspective of being a mom, offering a well-rounded approach to becoming a high-value woman in every aspect of life. Yes, poise and elegance are important and they can be learned, but I'm talking about something more tangible, real value. I'm talking about becoming financially independent, taking control of your career, finding purpose, and continually developing your skills so you can grow, earn more, accomplish bigger goals, and go further. When your skills are truly in demand, you become the ultimate catch, not just personally and romantically, but professionally as well. Increasing our value is about taking control of our lives and no longer waiting for others to choose us. It's not about waiting for a recruiter to call back, for a date to ask for a second, or for your boss to finally offer their raise. It's about knowing your worth, bringing value to the table, and setting the pace for others to follow. This mindset is incredibly empowering. People will see you differently and start respecting you more. It's about being truly free and independent. Bold, I know, but the only thing standing between who you are now and the person you want to become is your belief in yourself. Quick side note, I also have a dedicated personal finance channel, Paycheck Powerhouse, where I continue to expand on the topic of financial empowerment. You can find more finance-related content from me there. Now, while Chicquette will still highlight fashion content, I'll be focusing more on topics you truly want to see. I'll also continue to be even more selective about the brands that I choose to work with and to recommend to you. I'm also making space for more meaningful topics that I believe will add value to your everyday life. I'll be focusing on things like intermittent fasting, confidence, productivity, personal development, and work-life balance. I'm also thinking more of this video style, less editing, less effects, just me talking to you. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what topics you're most interested in. I'm excited for what's coming next. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.